host, Tony, and I'm joined with Josh, Jeff, and JB. What's up, guys? How is Magic Life treating you?
Pretty good. Pretty good.
Sick. That's sick. Very cool. Very cool.
I played. Are we talking about what we played?
Well, no, I don't want to hear what you want to play because I want to hear what someone else played. So,
What?
I'm going to listen to somebody else play.
What are you talking about?
No, don't worry. He'll just give me a second.
Are we live?
Yeah,
Ollie!
Yeah, Ollie in here. I know. I already know what's coming.
Yo.
Ollie,
I have half a
free.
brain. I know what that means.
Yes. So I was going to ask these bozos about what they played in Magic, but I am way more interested in what you played, Ollie.
Well, on Friday, I played some of the most high-stakes Magic of my life. We played Vintage.
Ooh.
And it got taken down by local hero, Vintage Expert, the greatest Goblin Welder player in all of Milwaukee. JB. Can we have a round of applause for JB? Round of applause.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go.
I didn't even know
Yeah,
what
no,
welding
fun
in.
deck. Had a good time with the welder deck. Went 3-0.
Sick, dude.
3-1, but yeah, 3-0.
What? Is it 3-1 or 3-0? It's either 100%.
Don't worry about it.
Okay, whatever. I don't
Don't
care.
worry about it. Let's just say I won the tournament. That's it.
That's what happens. Was it like a 4? Oh, hold on. Was this like
No, it
5
was-
people showed up and then
We had
that's what
10
happened?
people.
Okay,
We
okay.
had 10 people.
All right, I'm with you.
And so there was a fourth round. I was 3-0 by round 4. But
Oh.
whatever. It was a fun deck. It was cool.
Yeah. So
What are you showing off, Josh?
I don't see anything.
Before we get to Ollie?
Well, I'm asking. I want to see. I guess I got some questions for Ollie. Yeah,
The real man of the hour?
dude,
The real
it's
king?
awesome. You want a Ollie? Are you the originator of the Gaddock Tigers? Who is the originator of the Gaddock Tigers?
He's
Tigers?
kind of...
No one knows. At a certain point, history doesn't really become the truth, and it just becomes like written by the victors, right? Nobody
let's
knows
be real.
exactly how it happened.
Let's be real. Juan is the ultimate Gaddock Tiger at heart, so I feel like he is the Gaddock Tiger.
He is where I go to.
the Gaddock
Like
Tig.
Gaddock Teague and Juan look the same.
I like
They
when
look
I
the
think
exact
of
same.
Gadget Tig, I see Teague. I don't even see a magic. Or I think of Juan. I don't even see a magic card.
It's very funny. I like it a lot. Yeah. Sick, man. So, Ollie, you want a NRG legacy event? And I'm looking at your deck, and I'm disappointed in you. I didn't think you were gonna bring in Universes Beyond into your deck, but you did.
So it turns out that Merit Lodge, as a 2020 Cthulhu monster, if a single tentacle reaches towards the ground, Merit Lodge can, in fact, be riding on a skateboard. And it turns out skateboard's pretty gosh darn good, y'all. I hate to say it. It has
Dude.
won multiple games.
I mean, before the skateboards, you had an in-universe version, which was Lava Spur boots, but now it's just legit, just a skateboard. He's doing kick flips.
Yeah, it's way better, like crazy better.
Well, I was about to say it's gone through iterations, right? It used to be the spear. It was originally spear, and then it moved over to boots because the haste was just too good.
Well, and,
And now-
randomly Ward
and now-
1 too.
Well, I was
Yeah.
about to say, and now skateboard's all about tapping down the one blocker they may have, right?
Yeah, well, if you want, I can talk a little bit about like what's happened with lands over the past 2 years.
Yeah, I'm
kinda
going to
get
ask you a
us to this
serious
point.
question of, well, tell me what's going on with lands over the next 2 years. I want to hear that first.
All right, so lands as we know it back when JB was a grinder and actually played the format with us.
Yes.
Lands was a control deck, right? You leveraged Life from the Loam and Exploration, but you largely leaned into the mana denial plan. This had things like Rishadan Port, Wasteland, and your win condition was kind of like, I'm going to slowly crush you out of the game.
Yeah.
I'll loop Punishing Fires with Grove of the Burn Willows, and that's my win condition, and maybe I'll 2020 you,
Yeah.
right? Over the past 4 or 5 years, Lands has become more and more of a proactive deck. It's moved away from things like the Rishadan Ports, it's moved away from the Punishing Fires, and this first started when Urza Saga was printed, and Urza Saga, of course, being the great card we all know it to be an MH2, all of a sudden you had this like proactive construct plan. You started to get to put in a bunch of artifacts. Secretly what this did is it made it so that the lands deck now gets blown out by shitty things like Meltdown. But
Sure.
you get to play like a super toolboxy game plan where every single time an Urza Saga flicks to 3, it can be any land in your deck in the form of Expedition Map. It can be your green source. So all of a sudden you're like keeping hands that have like all colorless sources because Urza Saga will get you a Mox Diamond eventually.
Mhm.
And And it just lets you be way more proactive. It's like, oh, I am just proactively moving forward. Then Lava Spur Boots came out. And we might joke about that being a bad card, but listen,
No way.
it's
I am
really
pro
good
Boots.
at pushing a 2020 quickly.
Yeah.
And at the beginning of 2024, like in March or so, this guy named Sprouts kind of hit the MTGO scene and started to like really dominate challenges with this mono green turbo lands list, which is like 4 Dark Depths, 4 Thespian Stage, 4 Urza Sagas, 4 Once Upon a Times. And it was just as consistently as possible pushing fast constructs and pushing fast lages.
Yeah.
It's kind of fallen out of vogue. Like you can still do it, but it hasn't been putting up the same numbers as it was before. And I ended up moving to this list. Oh, and the other part of this list I should mention is like you have Malevolent Rumble in this mono green list, which is Green Ponder, I guess would be a good way to put it. You have access to just like your entire deck. You hit your permanent that you want, but you're also getting more consistent access to loams. You're getting more consistent access to exploration. And just made the deck like uber consistent at just I am going fast on turn 3. I'm making some lethal threats that you need to be dealing with.
Right.
And yeah, it's been great. It's always been a blue deck killer. It's been a little bit less good on the mono green plans, and I wanted to slow the list down a little bit.
Sure. People
have been playing with like the more control-y versions again with Sphere lately. But this list that I played to talk to it is just like a green-white version of the mono green deck. It still is a Rumble build, so it still has Malevolent Rumble. It isn't trying to be all in on the attrition plan, but it pivots a lot better into it.
Sure.
Lance is really cool. We're like a single flex slot gets a ton of value out of it. And so I'm going to say something crazy, but like even the instance of 1 blast zone in this list just changes matchups on its head, right? Every Urza Saga that goes to 4, every crop rotation gives you access to this 1 card that you can leverage in matchups. So like, for instance, Boros Cats has been a deck in Legacy lately, which is like good into lands in theory. Mm-hmm. But even just having like these Swords to Plowshares in the main deck and this 1 blast zone just kind of tips it over on its head. Mm-hmm. So you still get to be fast and proactive, but you're also able to pivot a little bit more into the grind plan, right? So like on one end of the spectrum, we have these like super grindy lands deck with Spheres. On the other side, we have like the mono green turbo list. And then I kind of view this list that I was playing as like in the middle of the 2 spectrums, right? Like you still are able to push proactive plans, but you can grind. It's kind of like, I guess we could call it like the mid-range lands, I guess would be a good way to put it.
Huh. The only white card is Swords of Plowshares, correct?
Literally just Swords to Plowshares.
It's a mono green deck splashing
Swords is good, dude.
I mean,
dude, it's pretty sick. It's pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, hey.
My question for you is, in your sideboard, I see Drop of Honey, and that was like hotness for like 2012 to like 2019 lands, and then it disappeared forever from the sideboards. So seeing Drop of Honey is like it's just like a flash, a blast from the past. How well did that work out for you?
Blast or Drop of Honey is pretty sick. I don't know. It's fine. It's not necessary, but it's cool. You get to board it in against like all the tempo matchups, and then also against Cats. I'll also board it in against Affinity, but it's just like a really flexible piece where it helps you slow down the game plan enough to impact and catch ahead.
Sure.
Right. You just start building up enough of a board where it doesn't matter what they're going to be doing anymore, since they sacked a couple of important cards. I assume they could sack a cat to flip a Johnny when you have dropout, right?
Yeah, it's not the greatest. Okay. But yeah, you get to choose the thing that dies. But if it's all 1/1s in play, like if it's Ocelot Pride and 1/1 cat tokens, the Ajani will be flipped. Actually, no. In that state, you can just choose the Ajani's being the one that is being killed, which is kind of cool. But yeah, it's pretty sick. The one other thing I'd kind of mention about the deck is like historically lands just died to combo. Was really, really bad to every single combo deck. It's still rough. However, in MH3, we got maybe the coolest card of that set, I believe at least, in the form of Disruptor Flute. Which is your catch-all answer.
It was really good.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
This card is like very skill intensive, and it is why I cannot play lands anymore. Like I do not have the brain power for this card.
Come on.
All right, in some matchups it's super skill intensive, and then in others it's like I am naming this one card and I'm naming this one card every single time. Right. It's Pithing Needle with more flexible applications, and you can name combo cards. So it's like, oh, I'm playing blue-green Omnitel. Well, guess what? This is naming Show and Tell, and that's the only thing I'm ever going to consider.
Right.
But
Right.
it just gives you so much more game. Where like you play against a combo deck and you board in the Ancient Tomb, your Damping Spheres, and your Disruptor Flutes, and just try to get there, right? Like every crop rotation is functionally a soul land in the form of like cropping for the Ancient Tomb, and just gives you a ton of flexibility.
The Ancient Tomb is just to speed up the turn. I guess your turn 1 Disruptor Flute.
Yeah, it's literally just to make so crop rotation is every crop rotation's a soul land.
Gotcha. So you're just like, I need to get this in play now, and buying time for combo against
Yeah,
like
it's
Doomsday. You're just naming Fastest Oracle.
Yeah, you can either name like Doomsday Prepile. Sometimes maybe you need to like leverage it against a Tameo.
Sure.
But then yeah, that is the flex thing that every Doomsday pile is terrified of, is a post Doomsday Disruptor Flute.
Gotcha. That's pretty good, man.
Yeah, it's crazy. That card is so cool. It used to see, I mean, obviously there are still lists that probably have it, but it used to see main board play with ancient tombs, like 1 to 2 ancient tombs in the main. But obviously this list does not have that. Walk-in closet is cool. I'm glad you have your colored Crucible World.
Well, it's
Yeah.
it's got to be
That's good to
relevant
see it in
because it's an
vintage.
enchantment, right? Like it's
So
it's
there's
the
a few
upside?
things with there's a few little things with Walk-in Closet which make it cool. This is like a green Crucible of Worlds
Mhm.
that has extra upside, right? So it's green, so you can pitch it to Force of Vigor, you can pitch it to Endurances. It's also nice in that it doesn't get cleaned up by like big meltdowns.
Yeah.
It doesn't grow your constructs, which is the downside.
Sure.
And then the other thing is like if it gets Felia flickered, which is a thing against like very like the blue-white Stoneblade decks or against Death and Taxes, they can flicker it out and then it re-enters with neither of the rooms open, which kind of sucks. And then you gotta like pay 3 mana again to go it up.
Dude.
However, the real upside, which I never believed would happen, is that it is, when it's in play, it's a 5 mana Yogg-Will, which sounds pretty bad. However, we got to live the absolute dream where in game 3 of the finals, I got to win the game by spending 5 mana and activating Forgotten Cellar to cast a single Swords to Plowshares out of the graveyard.
And 6 mana swords.
The
At
6
first I
mana
thought you were-
swords.
I thought you were
to-
going to say crop rotation. I was like,
Nope.
That's what I was leading to.
And we get to live the absolute dream of, all right, we've killed the Murktide, get 1 turn to stabilize. Next turn, Urza Saga pops, get Ghost Quarter you, and the game's just over.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a good card, it turns out. Overall, throughout the weekend, this is kind of like all that I played. We had a Team Trios event on Saturday where we ended up dying pretty quick, and I went to do sides. But I went undefeated in a win a big card event with this list. Got to play some really, really fun matchups, primarily against Blue-Black Tempo, which this deck just clowns on.
Yeah.
And then Sunday in the main was just kind of all good. Got to XO after 5 rounds, got to double dry in and still be first seed,
Nice.
and then go all the way through.
Just smoke everybody, man. Did you happen to run in the top 8 Mississippi River? Did you run into that deck?
So in true NRG fashion, every Legacy NRG, there is a wild deck in top 8. Last time it was Burn, and Burn took it down. This time it was Mississippi River, Yorian Mississippi River, we might add.
Come
That
on.
made it to top 8.
that's so crazy.
The Mississippi River opponent had the misfortune of playing against me twice, once in Swiss and then once in top 8. And it turns out, who would have thought that Life from the Loam, Exploration, and Wasteland is really, really good at stopping Mississippi River from ever doing anything.
What is their threshold? They have to get the 4 mana, right?
They have to get to 3 now. So
Oh,
that
okay.
deck has pivoted now, and now it's like a Tybalt's Trickery deck.
Oh, sure.
Where
Okay.
like, you Violent Outburst and you chain down into the Tybalt's Trickery, and you're trying to make it so your Trickery hits Creative Technique, Apex Devastator, any of the things that kind of like go up on the number of cascades.
Sure.
And then from there, fan out, and they'll get a stack of triggers on the battlefield.
Is there
Um,
any reason for this to be a Yorion deck? I asked that an honest question. I'm trying to figure out why.
the bluff. All right, so it's so cool. It's so last Eternal weekend, there was like one of the things that was going around with the idea of Yorion Oops, because we're playing a paper event. It's a large event. No one knows what we're doing. I reveal Yorion. And my opponent, who's on blue tempo or whatever, is like, oh, this must be Death and Taxes. Well, let me put this Force of Will away in my mulligan to 6. And then you oops him, right? You oops all spell, you kill him on 1. This is like roughly the exact same idea, which is just There's no Yorion value. There's nothing to flicker. Like that is not the way this game works. Instead, you reveal the Yorion, make them take a bad hand or hope that they do, and then you go, I will play my Hickory Woodlot tapped past your hand.
Oh, funny.
That's the entire value of it.
Can I tell you?
nothing else.
I want to remind everyone who's listening, we have someone in the Tigers who could have possibly made a ban happen on sticker cards because of doing a bluff like this a long while back against a well-known Twitter person
Sure.
in the Legacy community.
Yeah.
Taylor doing the whole present my sticker pile or whatever.
Oh yeah, the present sticker pile bluff. Yeah.
Yeah. And that caused a huge controversy on
a little
Twitter.
different, but like I guess
I
it's
know.
the same vibe.
Same mentality though. The big bluff of being like, yeah, here's my sticker pile.
The sticker pile was a little more free than adding 20 cards to my combo deck, though.
And
sure,
I mean it's relevant. It's pretty big. Like,
it's pretty big.
Yeah, 20 cards is not nothing. It's not like your 61st card, dude. Yeah.
But yeah, I loved seeing that. I know you won, Ollie. That's amazing. I loved seeing Mississippi River in the top 8.
No, it was sick.
It's very funny that you well, I don't know if you clowned him, but it sounds like you just were completely. It was not.
The deck has a really hard time against a Wastelands, like Ollie said. It's just like you just Wasteland them out of the game. You can't do anything.
I mean, isn't the whole deck soft to Wasteland and or Force of Will?
No, it like crushes blue decks, unfortunately.
Is that true?
Like,
Okay, I didn't know.
Yeah, because you just like the way Mississippi River works, right, is you have like 40 lands in this Yorion build. So like you need recursive wastelands. Like you can wasteland them 3 times and it doesn't really matter. You just like I wasteland, they play a land. I wasteland, they play a land. I wasteland, they play a land. So like you need a threaten play. Every single one's just a time walk. But if you're not putting on pressure, they just play another tapped land that sacks for 2 and play another tapped land that sacks for 2. And the other thing is it's just like all the cards cascade. So it's like you force the first one and then you know what they do? They untap and they cast the next one. Yeah. And then they cast the next one. That's and then they cast the next one. The deck's really soft to like is softest to like blue black tempo, where they also have thought seizes to leverage. Like you have like perfect information of like what things you should be hitting.
Sure.
But no, it's really, really good into just like random deck that's trying to rely solely on Force of Will.
Yeah. Wow. It's been a while since I've seen that deck, and this is the first time I've ever seen an 80 card variant of it, so it's just wild to me.
I would not play it. I would not recommend anyone play it. It's not good.
It's funny. It's fun to play on like like a 3-round for funsy goofing around game. It's good.
So very recently, so here in Milwaukee, we get to play Tuesday Legacy, right?
Yeah.
Where we have a pretty good scene where we have a good group of guys that always show up. Like 2 months ago, I sleeved up Mississippi River and handed it to a fellow local unprompted. We handed each other decks and said, hey, you have to play 3 rounds. They handed me Dredge. And for a moment, they thought, oh, maybe I'm being too mean handing Dredge. Like, that's such a garbage deck. And then Chad looked at his opening 7 and immediately got mad at me because I handed him something far, far worse. And he may have had a horrible night on that Tuesday, having to learn how to resolve the Mississippi River triggers that just go on forever and ever and ever. It's fun for a game. We'll put it like that. Sure. After that, it gets pretty bad.
That's great. Yeah, I built it probably, I don't know, a year or 2 ago, something like that, and had a lot of fun with it.
I remember you being hot on that deck.
For like a week or 2, I was like, this is great.
When you were playing it.
Yeah, it was goofy. I liked it. I mean, I like playing stupid decks. I like playing things that are out of the norm. That's just my cup of tea. But
why is it called Mississippi River?
Because as you go and you keep like cascading into things, your stack goes from like the left side of your mat and just keeps going to the right again and again and again and again. Oh, we hit Apex Devastator, and now I have 4 triggers here, and now that cascaded into another Noise Marine, and it's just a lot. The stack gets longer and longer and longer and longer, like the mighty Mississippi River.
Oh, makes sense.
I mean, it's a nonsense deck, but I don't want to call it Charbelcher, but it's like. I mean, if you play against this once and you lose to it, you just groan and you go like, I'll never see this again. But if you play this twice in a tournament, it's going to feel real bad, especially if you're not prepped for it. But yeah.
No one will ever run into it twice in a tournament. I'm going to be honest.
Yeah,
We're all saved from that fresh L.
Yeah.
So did you drop a match at all, or was it just all the way?
For the Sunday event, so that Sunday event was a 2.5K, about only 66 players. It was relatively low because anyone in the Midwest knows there was some big snowstorms that were coming through that day.
Yeah.
So a lot of people that were there for Saturday had already started to head home. There were tornadoes down south from Chicago,
Sure.
and there was hellish blizzard going north. Since it was 66 players, it was 7 rounds and then a cut to top 8. And yeah, almost all my matches went to 3, except for my matches against Tempo. Got to play against some pretty good Tempo players, some locals to the area, people that I know pretty well. But almost everything was a game. It was they were all 3-game sets, so lost 1 game in them, but went undefeated throughout the event. Yeah.
Sure.
Nice.
Yeah, it was pretty good. A lot of different things showed up throughout the event. Cats was, go figure, was a relatively highly popularized deck. There was a good amount of Boros Cats in the room. A surprising amount of Mystic Forge was in the room. A ton of Tempo as expected. A ton of Affinity as expected, because of course Affinity is a really easy deck for all of the modern players to jump into. You just need a playset of Forts and playsets of Ancient Tombs, and besides that, it really is just the same deck.
Sure.
Right.
Yeah. Overall, it was a really, really fun event. It seemed like overall the best conversion rates were the Tempo decks. Go figure. A lot of blue-black Tempo. There was a single Delver player that made it to the finals against me. Marco, who is the owner of Spellbound Games down in Chicago, had the pleasure of playing against him twice in the event as well.
Yeah.
Round 3 and then in the finals. But the really cool thing about these events is just the vibes are always so immaculate. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, the more that you go to NRGs, and I highly recommend it to anyone listening, the more you go, the more you know people, and the more that it just turns into like a social gathering. Where
Yeah, you just meet people that you haven't seen in a while. You hang out, you chat after a round.
yeah, it's a really, really fantastic time. I highly recommend it.
Was there any like moon decks out there, or is that like fully?
The rules
Just
changed,
like
JB.
gone?
Moon doesn't hit Saga like it once did.
Oh, I know.
No, now Mono Red Stompy gets to play Saga. It's crazy.
Yeah.
No, Mono Red's kind of fallen out of the metagame completely.
Yeah.
The truth is, I don't really understand fully why that has happened, but it just isn't the deck du jour anymore. I think like it always had a relatively low win percentage. It was kind of just like a thing that people would throw at the wall because it was like, oh, I mulligan to a good hand and we just see if it sticks.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's like relatively simple to play, right? You have your like.
Yeah, the mulligan's like the hardest part. Sequencing can be difficult, but like from like our random person picking up, it is relatively fine.
Sure.
But it's really fallen out. Like it's really, really disappeared, which is kind of crazy. The Stompy decks now are largely Eldrazi decks. I have returned in favor of like the primary Stompy deck, and then also the artifact Stompy lists, like these affinity lists, which they also leverage Ancient Tomb, but they sometimes play Chalice, they sometimes don't. And besides that, it's just, hey, I am pushing out large patchwork automatons and early Kappa Cannoneers and just armies of 1/1s.
Yeah,
right.
And really just going with playing the game plan of, I'm not really trying to slow you down. I'll have like forces, but instead I'm just pushing, right? Like I'm just pushing damage and that's it.
All right, I need to know from a lands player perspective, how much do you sweat a Tamiyo on the other side of the board?
Sometimes a lot, sometimes not at all.
I feel like if you don't have your swords, it's just like it feels so damning. Like I know Needle is there, but like the value they get off of the clues, it just seems like so insurmountable when you're like not drawing a lot to begin with.
So I'm a Tamiyo hater.
I am too. Don't worry.
I have for a long time have like tried to be the person who's like, I don't really want to talk about bans. We play with the cards that we have, whatever. It's not worth my mind. It's not worth spending time on. And there's something about Tamiyo, man. Like losing on the draw to like Tamiyo on 1, Brainstorm on 2, when you're playing a deck that just like doesn't pressure whatsoever, is just such a debilitating feeling. It feels so bad. Tamiyo's turned out to be pretty gosh darn fine. Like Legacy's in a really, really good spot, and I've been really, really happy with it. On my side, this deck is trying to be. There's some concessions in how this 75 is put together to Tamiyo, and it's largely the second pithing needle in the main.
Sure.
Right. And I saw that, and I kind of figured that's how you got around it. It's like Tamio, Kaito is like your big names.
Yeah, Kaido is a problem card as well. Out of specifically the blue black tempo deck, those are the cards that I'm most afraid of at all points.
Sure.
The real reason for the second Pithing Needle is a lot like the reason to play like a second Thassa's Oracle and Doomsday, where I want to just be able to like proactively use the first one without feeling like I'm spewing value, right? Like,
Yeah.
And then
oh,
have
I
the
want
CQ
to name the
first.
card in front of me with this Pithing Needle and still know that I have the backup one coming from Urza Sagas.
Yeah.
In the
Right.
event that I need to leverage it against a Tamio.
And I feel like
Um,
not everyone is playing two, so it can be a little sneaky with the Urza Saga pull, so like people aren't expecting it. Obviously, Urza Saga still gets wastelanded most of the time if they have a wasteland available, but like you can still be like, oh yeah, actually I have a second Pithing Needle, get God.
Sure.
It's actually the craziest part about that is like so often in Legacy and Modern, you have an Urza Saga ticking up on 3, and everyone immediately knows, okay, it's time to crack my fetches. Like, let's not get got. Let me tell you though, after they see the first one, nobody cracks their fetches the second time, especially against like the Wasteland deck, right? And I had a game against like a Beans deck in round 5 for the win-in where I got to snipe 2 polluted deltas that were in play with a Pithing Needle because the first
Oh my
one
God.
had been loamed away, and they looked and they're like, "Oh, Pithing Needle's gone." Okay, and then resolve versus Saga. Yeah, resolution's fine. I go into the deck.
That's
I take
so
out the Pithing
crazy.
Needle, and it pseudo wins the game on the spot.
Dude.
I would be so mad if I didn't.
it's wild, just nuts.
You're playing
Um,
2 Pithing Needles, you bastard.
Yes, we are. Pithing Needle's a powerful card. Who would have thought? Overall, the deck's really, really fun. Like, go figure, Tabernacle locking people out with Ghost Quarters is just a fun experience in general. And it also,
Yeah.
yeah. To
Yeah,
circle back,
Not
I
a
guess,
fan.
not a fan.
The real
Uh,
question is, what Pithing Needle did you play?
Savers.
I use the tattoo ones.
Yeah, that's what I
oh,
wanted
so-
to hear.
I thought you were
That's
a
what I
Sabres
wanted
guy.
to hear.
For those that don't know, I really like sign cards. Sign cards are my
Oh, so
favorite.
you have
This
Josh Howard,
current
that's the
list
one?
was like
pretty cool.
72 out of 75 cards signed, including 2 Secret Lair Pithing Needles that I really, really love. That art was done by a Milwaukee tattoo artist, and
Oh, no
that's just
kidding.
why it's kind of always been my favorite tattoo, my favorite Pithing Needle art.
That's
Um,
why I brought it
There
up.
was one thing I think we got asked and we didn't really answer, which is like the power of skateboard. I think I went deep into land stuff before actually getting to it.
Yeah.
So the latest upgrade is this skateboard, right? And it seems marginal, right? Lavis Per Boots already gives you the ability to go like Construct, or Urza Saga goes up to 3, Surprise Dark Depths kill you out of nowhere.
yeah.
Skateboard is just such an incredible upgrade. You get to have it enter and like tap down an onboard Caracas before you play the Dark Depths and activate it.
Dude, I
You
read
can do
that
the
the
same
wrong way
thing
the first time. I thought it was just target creature. The fact that it's permanent
No,
is
dude,
way
it's
better.
It's so sick. You get to do the same thing with like against a wasteland of, hey, I have combo in play. I get the skateboard. I go to tap your wasteland. You now need to activate the wasteland first, and I can make the 2020 in
Wow.
response. You
Damn.
can get blockers out of the way.
So sneaky.
You can do a lot of it. You can tap down a mana source. It doesn't work like that well in beginning of combat stuff. You can't do anything like, oh, I'm cutting you off white before I'm making this 2020, because of course it's a sorcery speed spell and Urza Saga triggers in the main phase. But
Yeah.
there's just a lot of cool cheeky things that you get to do with it. Special shout out to the Sewer Cam deck that
Yeah.
is a legacy deck that is the legacy version of the deck that JB thrashed us all with Vintage the Friday night before this.
Sure.
But that deck, when it's looping, also gets to loop skateboard and upkeep and like tap down everybody's permanents, which is really, really cool as well.
crazy.
How
It's
wicked
just
this
it's
is.
just such a versatile card. It's like you get to do just fast constructs. You get to like be pushing maximum damage with the upside of also just randomly getting tap down things.
Yeah.
It's nuts. It's super crazy.
It's just ice. It's ice. That's what it is.
It's ice.
Yeah.
It's literally ice without drawing a card, but
Yeah.
it's ice.
But you get all card. It stays. It's got. Wow. I can't believe I missed that. I thought it was just creature. That's such a like. Wow. It's big.
Yep.
New kickflips would solve all of Land's problems.
Yeah,
Dude, for real. For real.
Is that one of the cards you still need to get signed?
Yeah, it's that walk-in closet. And drop. We'll get the drop done dealt with though. I don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll get there.
Yeah.
This is the curse of the signed card collector life, right? When you're like,
Right.
I want my competitive decks to be signed, is there's always new tech and there's always changes. You finish the project, you get that 75 dealt with, and then something changes. It just always moves.
Yeah.
It's like that keeps your investment, right?
It keeps me busy, that's for sure.
That's nice, man. It's a forever journey, right? Like,
Yeah,
it'll never
we
stop.
get to keep going forever.
How many hours have you spent in line waiting for signatures?
Buy a Steam Deck. I don't know. You spend a lot of time standing in lines.
I have definitely been to MagicCons where Ollie is just in line all day.
I was gonna say I've definitely seen him at
Yep.
conventions where I saw him at the start of an event I was playing in, and at the end he was just reaching the front.
Which, to be fair, it gives you the ability to ask other people to do the same for you at places you cannot be, because you're getting a bunch of cards signed all at once for a bunch of people, right?
Yeah, the way it always works is you help out people, right? But I don't know. It's just a fun little side hobby, you know what I mean? I get to make things pretty.
For sure.
Damn it.
But yeah, I don't know. Lands is great. I still like it a lot. I haven't touched it in a while. I should maybe go back to it at some point. But something about flute, dude, I cannot. Like I said at the start, I just can't handle flute interactions. I'm not big brained enough to be able to handle some of the more intricate plays with it.
No, Jimmy, you just have to play the format. You just actually you just
like,
gotta
actually
play.
put
You just gotta actually know what's in your opponent's decks.
True.
Yeah. Do you think this is kind of a side tangent? Do you think cards could come off the ban list, like Arkham's Astrolabe?
No, no, we're good.
Okay.
Talking to a lands guy asking if you want
good.
Astrolabe off a ban list.
I play lots of things, but no, we're good. We're super okay right now.
That-
Leave it alone, please.
That's fair. I mean,
Agree.
I hate the 1-mana planeswalker.
Yeah, I was
Death
about to
Right's
say,
the
I
same
still hate
thing.
Cameo.
It's
I
the
will
same,
never
yeah.
stop being.
It's-
Even though I've played it plenty recently because I like playing standstill decks, I think I don't like that card.
Do people know about your standstill list, JB?
you
Oh,
talked
it's such a
about it,
pile.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've talked about it a bit, but yeah,
It's
I like it.
incredibly bad, but so cool.
Yeah.
So
Because when it gets to do its thing, it feels so good, and you're like, oh, check this out. We're gonna be playing the long con.
see, standstill. If your deck is full of good cards, drawing 3 cards is incredible, right? Like it wins the game. However, the problem with JB's list is he plays standstill and you pop it and it's all bad cards. So
Yeah, you're just drawing
beat
like
it.
bad lands, Urza
I'll play another one.
Flow.
Like, I'll play another one.
Got you. You idiot. You're just
Yeah,
going into my
yeah.
finish of drawing cards.
I just love being able to Mox Diamond out of standstill on turn 1. That's all I want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I don't know. You guys got any questions about Legacy in general?
Yeah, I mean, you answered that. I was gonna get your take on Tameo, and you said it's the format's fine. So that's
How much cam was actually there? How much sewer cam did you actually see?
So the sewer cam deck.
It's like
Sorry,
it's
the listener knows-
I'm out of the loop. What is sewer cam?
So in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, one of the relevant cards that came out is called Sewer Cam Surveillance or Surveillance
the
Sewer
one
Cam.
blue guy, right?
Yeah.
sewer
it's a-
valence cam. Sewer.
It is a
Oh,
one
ETB
blue
tap
artifact
something? Yeah.
with flash.
Gotcha. Okay. I played
That
this
when
one.
it enters the battlefield or leaves the battlefield, tap or untap target creature. So that means you can like flash it in to like tap down a potential attacker. You can like flash it in to untap a blocker. Super cool.
Yeah.
It also has like a 4-mana ability to sack it and draw 2 cards.
Yeah.
Well, it turns out with Goblin Welder, it goes infinite because it comes into play and it untaps your welder. And then it leaves
Ah.
battlefield when you weld it away and it untaps the welder. And so what this means is with Sewer Cam and Welder, you can just like perpetually again and again switch the place of another artifact and the Sewer Cam back and forth from the graveyard to the battlefield again and again and again and again.
Sure.
So you like do it with Mox Opal and you make infinite mana. Or you do it with artifact that draws a card like Melded Moxite, the Edge of Eternity's common that is now seeing some legacy play in Painter
There we go.
builds.
I was
And
gonna
you draw
say,
cards.
you forgot that sewer cam itself also has pay 4, draw 2.
Yeah, that's what we're
Yeah,
gonna,
yeah.
that's what we're gonna get to.
When you get infinite mana, you can actually use that to start drawing cards off of your opals and stuff because you use the opals as ways to throw away your sewer cam.
Yeah.
And continue.
Essentially, every extra artifact after you've made infinite mana, every single artifact is draw 2. is with specifically the Mox Opal. You can also make like infinite red with your red artifact land, which of course you can't do the Super Cam Sack thing, but make infinite red. And all these decks, what they just do is like they just have this loop. They make infinite blue or red. They try to draw a bunch of cards for their one either Twin Shot Sniper or Legion Extruder. There are painter builds that like will do this alongside the painter deck, and so you can like loop a grindstone in and out of play and mill them infinite times by like grindstone comes into play 2 mana and grindstone them once. Now sack it and then bring it back again, activate it, mill them 2 more cards, and do it that way. There's it's just a cool card. There's so many cute things that you get to do, and the crazy thing is you threaten this right away on turn 2. Yeah. Right? If you play Goblin Welder on 1, your opponent is immediately put on alert, and so. It's just like a giant 2-card Monty deck. Like when you put it in a painter build, you have like the painter plan, you have this welder plan, you have construct beatdown, and so your opponent just is put in this position of like, well, this hand beats painter, it beats welder, but I can't beat Mox, or I can't beat constructs. Or the affinity list, there was like an affinity deck that mashed up with the welder surveillance cam list. That deck is doing the same thing of it's like, oh, I'm either presenting a Kappa Cannon here or I'm presenting this welder plan. And it just makes looking at your opening hands so hard. Like so incredibly hard. You get to mash it up with just so many different things, and it's really, really powerful. It is pretty fragile. The lands deck that boards into 4 disrupting flutes and has all the pithing needles and force of vigors in the world feels really good into it. And so like it isn't overpowered, but it is very threatening, is what I would call it. Yeah.
I think one of the funniest things I had when I played the vintage version was I was sitting there and I played an engineer and I was trying to figure out what I should go for because I didn't really have. I think I had like it was a PO deck, paradoxical outcome deck too. So I was like, okay, do I go for Soul Ring to generate more mana to be able to PO for more and like have more options? And then I'm like looking through my deck and I'm like, that's the only option. And then I look and I'm like, I have a key in hand, like, for Time Vault. I could just go get Time Vault, and if he doesn't have an answer for this engineer, I just win the game next turn. It was like, dude, I didn't even think about the Time Vault until I was sitting there for like 30 seconds, and I'm like, wait, do I just get this card that wins if he doesn't have an answer to this 1/1 creature?
It's so sick.
It's such a ridiculous. It's so goofy. I love it.
It's nice to see Welder. Like, I mean, it's always been like an awesome card, but it's always been played like friendly.
History, right?
And like at different points of the history of like Legacy, it's been good, and then obviously it's fallen out of favor. But the fact that this common from Turtles has transformed it into being like, you're gonna die on turn 2, so go. Yeah, that's crazy.
I love it.
The more I've been playing, the more I like this Ninja Turtle set.
Dude, I've loved it since the beginning.
Okay, 90s baby.
Yeah,
exactly. I mean, that's honestly why, man. It's the most nostalgia like I've seen in a set in a long time. Like opening it, the art and stuff like that. Although I've had the hardest time trying to find my last cool but rude for the RCQ I'm playing in this weekend.
Sure.
I cannot find my 4th, and it's bothering the hell out of me.
Yeah,
but
Magic's expensive. Everything.
What was the big card you won, by the way, Ollie?
Oh, I have it behind me. I got. Is this just a podcast? Do you guys do camera? I don't remember.
Yeah, we do camera.
We're on cam.
I got this emptiness, which is kind
nice.
Of this Jeff Miracle emptiness.
Yeah,
super.
That
cool.
is pretty sick.
It's pretty. And it gets to join the collection of other big cards that are just sitting in our kitchen.
Where's the
in storage?
Well, I don't know if I should say this. Where's the half a painting? Let me see that half a painting you got. The rip.
I have the corresponding poster somewhere up here. Yeah,
that's funny, dude. Yeah. No.
So with you winning the 2.5K, does that like get you points or invitation to their
just points?
Okay.
The Saturday. So for the NRG system has changed for this year, where Just so the listener knows, there's been an invitational at the end of the year for all the NRGs. Typically, if you win a Saturday event, like one of the 10K showdowns, it automatically qualifies you. Otherwise, you're like stacking up points and building them.
Sure.
All the Saturdays this year, there's been like a cutback on the number of events, but then all the Saturdays are also team trios events, which are super cool because team events are very, very fun as long as you are there with friends or with people who have the same vibe as you.
Yeah.
And so winning those automatically qualifies you for the end of the year champs. But winning any of the Sunday events just gets you NRG points. So I'm just higher with NRG points right now.
Nice. Yeah.
You gonna try and make a run? I mean, I
will-
guess if you're just going to them anyways, right?
I will show up to play Legacy, and that's all I'll say.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Yeah, that's can't argue that, dude. That's pretty sick. Yeah. Every time
Well, I know you've been jumping. I know you've been jumping around decks. Let me ask you this: why did you choose lands over? Because you had been playing not Forge, but you were playing Eldrazi for a long while.
Yeah,
what made you want to switch back?
skateboard.
I swap around on decks a lot, right? Like I've been like a Doomsday one trick. I've played Green White Depths a lot. Been playing lands. Played Eldrazi. Played just random things.
Yeah.
At the end of last year, I was primarily playing Mystic Forge, like you kind of spoke to, and since then, I've been kind of jumping around. I hadn't really like found something that I really, really loved in the format that we had.
Yeah.
Been playing a lot of like Felia lists of like I'm flickering up the beanstalks and Quantum Riddlers, which is sick, but also not quite the proactive things I want to be doing. And I was really up in the air for energy. I was either thinking of playing Affinity or I was going to play lands. And after doing some testing, I was really enjoying playing the lands builds a lot. There was a lot to do testing wise. There's so many cool things happening with lands where there's like these vibrance builds that are like playing like Cavern of Souls. That's largely being done by Ali on MTGO. He's the large one championing that.
Yeah.
And like going for like a more toolboxy, we're playing Taigas again and going like really in deep on red green. There's like really more dedicated control. Yeah, there's really more dedicated like control sphere of resistance builds. And there's just so many cool things to try out that I kind of fell down that rabbit hole. And I was up in the air until the week beforehand where shout out to the Mana Vault. If you're in the southeastern Wisconsin area, the Chicagoland area, Madison, really highly recommend going to their beginning of the month 1Ks that they hold for Legacy.
Yeah.
Proxy friendly, really, really fun crowd, typically between like 30 and 45, 50 people that show up for those and happening on a monthly basis. Just like a really fun time to get to play some competitive Legacy. And that happened. Yeah, originally Winna Duels turned into 1Ks just to make things a little bit easier and just make them more consistent on pricing. The downside of things being Winna Duels is all of a sudden it makes it so 1 month is like for a UC and the next one is for Scrubland.
Yeah.
Very, very different pricing if you happen to win the UC event compared to the Scrubland event.
Right.
And so it turned into just these 1Ks, really, really fun events, but also made it so pricing could go down through top 8 a little bit easier as well. So like you die in semis and you are walking away with something. But the week beforehand, I played lands. It felt really good. Made top 8 and we split. And I was just like, we're just locked on this. I'm feeling good on it. My bad matchups feel playable. Like there's a lot of game in them. I'm still winning a good amount of those. My favorable matchups feel really, really good. And it was just automatic that I was going to be leaning in on that.
Well, and like you said, there was like a hot minute where Lance was just like, dude, if you play oops, I am just going to be like, yeah, all right, I lost this game. It's over.
Yeah, it's better.
Flute, you just have more options.
Yeah, you just have game against everything. Affinity's really bad. Cats isn't favored, however, there are ways to make it better. Doomsday can be really rough, but again, like you just have this flute bailout of just like, okay, maybe Wasteland Flute be enough to like thread the needle and get through.
Right.
It's been really, really fun. It's a good deck. I highly recommend it to anybody who likes grinding, but it also is a hard deck to play, truth be told. I think the hardest skill ceiling when it comes to lands is the mulligans, figuring out when you're supposed to be pushing and like just saying I'm dead to Brazen Borrower and pushing in, or when you're trying to play a more controlling plan. And then the real hard part is knowing like when I'm dredging loam and when I'm not, right? And trying to manage that balance. But
and that's
it's
the
really
crazy
rewarding
part
as you get more reps with it.
It's like, when you're playing, you're supposed to be thinking of how to play to your outs, right? but I just think there's so many toolboxy things in lands that it's like your outs are all there at your fingertips, but you need to know which ones to truly go for,
Yeah.
which ones truly make sense. And like in the same way that like Doomsday, when you make your pile, you need to make sure you're building your pile in a way that has, I have answers to these 2 of 3 things that I think that would make the most sense that they have, right?
Yeah.
It's very much the same way that you work with lands, but a little less like, not guessing, but you know what I mean. It's just a little less intensive in that regard.
Yeah.
And that's where I kind of suck.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting. I think a big level up moment that happened for me with lands was like realizing for so long I was you have Life from the Loam in the graveyard, and you're like, oh, this deck is so good with Life from the Loam. I'm supposed to dredge and cast Life from the Loam every single turn. It's Ancestral Recall, right?
Yeah.
I'm picking up 3 lands. It's so good. We're getting 3 cards deeper. Oh, it's incredible. But the issue is casting Ancestral Recall a ton of times isn't that good when you can't actually leverage those resources, right? Like it's like, oh, I died with 7 cards in hand. Well, it doesn't matter. I still died, right?
Right. Yeah.
And so the level up for me was all of a sudden realizing it's like I want to utilize Loam in my game plan to like get ahead and grind up my opponent, go over them on resources, but do it in a way where I dredge as infrequently as possible.
Right.
Because you still want to be drawing into your action cards, like as dumb as it sounds, exploration, but things like that. Like it's important to be playing those.
Exactly. If I play a game that's like 10 turns long and I dredge every single draw step after I get access, let's say it's 8, all that I am getting outside of my, like I have that opening hand, and those are the only non-land resources I'm ever going to get. But if I play that same game and 4 of the draw steps I'm not dredging, that gives me 4 shots for me to hit my other action cards: the Exploration, the Malevolent Rumbles, the Swords to Plowshares. I'm trying to play the crop rotation and these things that allow you to all of a sudden break open the game a little bit more.
Yeah.
And the truth is also, if I'm loaning back Wasteland, Urza Saga at a later point in the game, I don't need to dredge again. I don't need to cast that Life in the Loam again on the next turn because I already have a good next land drop, right? And it's just like that, those little sorts of like long game strategy changes that can really help you in playing the deck, and was a really big level up for me pretty recently.
Yeah, it was funny because there was a point where I believe it's Colin and me were sitting there at one, like this is probably like a month or 2 ago, but he has been recently getting onto lands, and we were sitting there playing the mirror match, and we were talking, and he's like, well, this is exactly what we're talking about. I don't think I should dredge here. We had the conversation, in the middle of the match, like, is this the time to dredge? Like, okay, well, what are your threats? Do you have options on the board? What kind of pressure do you need to make? Like, what cards do you need to be playing to start taking advantage of your position?
Yeah.
And, like, it's a very fun conversation and almost kind of, not like a puzzle, but a little bit like a puzzle. So it's, like, very fun playing with Colin and being like, yeah, let's go over, like, what we could do here. Because as much as people just say Loam all the time, it really is not the right choice.
I think the last time I played Legacy was Dragons of Tarkir.
That's a while ago.
Yeah. I don't know.
You stopped because they banned your boy. They banned the bird.
Yeah, when they took Nadu away from me, I was like, fuck this.
3/4s are overpowered. You heard it here at the Paper Player Podcast. 3/4 flyers are too good.
2020s, whatever.
JB Watsy can't handle a little bird.
No. They took the bird away, and I was like, yeah. It's whatever. It needed to go anyways. It was one of the worst play patterns ever. And also unmanageable on Magic Online. So, yeah. So, I want to pretend that was it Rashadin's Bargain or whatever, the 6-mana hybrid card that's really 3 mana that triggers beans. I want to pretend that card's good, but I know it's not. Like I want to play it, but it's just like I think it's just correct to play Quantum Riddler and move on. Yeah, which is unfortunate. But
name a format that Nadu didn't break, and I'll tell you it's vintage.
Give it time.
Right there, baby.
It's got skateboard now. You guys are fucked.
True.
Nadu's gonna be doing kickflips. You don't even know, dude. Yeah, no, I love Nadu.
So you're gonna stick with the lands for a while, or do you want to move around again?
I don't know. I'm a really big believer of constantly playing a lot of things.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's like the best way to improve in any format, right?
Mm-hmm.
your standard RCQ grinding, you should probably be playing a variety of decks just to get kind of a breadth of the format, and also start to understand different ways that you can approach different decks, right? Like,
Right.
let me tell you, like, if the only thing I'm playing in standard is mono green landfall, I'm going to think that Is It Prowess deck is overpowered, right?
Sure.
That's probably maybe a bad example, actually, the more that I think about it. But whatever. But if you're changing around
That
what
was
you're
a
playing,
terrible
well,
example.
yeah, right. But the more that you're playing around a variety of decks, the more you can start to figure out other ways that decks are attackable, ways that you can approach different metagames if you want to be targeting a certain field. I expect my store to have a lot of this. Same with Modern and same with Legacy, right? Like, the more that you play a variety of decks, the better you can understand the format, and the more you can understand how you want to attack a metagame when you get to an event that you actually care about, you know?
Right.
Right now in my Legacy box that I always have with me, I think I have Boros Cats. I have Oops sleeved up for no good reason.
Yeah.
The
No good
Adam Wasmo's Azorius surveillance cam deck, Felia Beans, Delver, Rhinos sleeved up for somebody I'm hoping we're going to be able to start playing Legacy with. I think Rhinos is a great deck for introducing new people to the format.
Sure.
So they get to play a force deck with a clock that doesn't require playing cantrips.
Right.
I think it's just those and lands. Yeah. So we have a variety of things that we're going to continue playing. Wide breadth of the format. We'll try to find a few more things to throw in the box also that don't utilize the same cards, but I don't know, something like that. I'll probably play sewer cam stuff for a while at least.
Yeah, that deck's
Sewer Cam is
absurd.
cool.
Like, you just
Sewer cam's cool.
yeah. It's. I don't think we'll get the ground test just yet because sometimes I don't know. Play removal, play fatal pushes, play source plowshares.
Well, and that's why it's interesting
An
for
artifact.
Vintage versus Legacy. Is Vintage has removal, but it's nowhere near as like prolific as it is in Legacy.
sure.
So like if you can fight your way through the counterspell stuff or around whatever they're trying to do with their pseudo removal, you're just landing it and you're going to town.
Do they have
You're doing
the
whatever you-
Vexing
if you're
Sculpture
dumb.
on that sideboard?
Hmm?
The
It might.
no, I don't see it. The 2/2 from Eclipse. That's like $25.
Oh, in Legacy? No.
Gotcha.
So Hexing Sculpture has kind of largely become a combo card
Yeah.
and a cats card. So there was a number of Delver players that were trying it out, and you would like be Delver's doing a lot of different things right now. You can either be playing a Boomerang Basics Storm Chaser talent version, you can be playing like more traditional stock Delver
What
that's
is
actually
going
playing
on?
Delvers, or you can play a Hexing Sculpture Delver list. And then also Hexing Sculpture is pretty good as a sideboard card for Show and Tell and other combo decks because you board out all your removal, and then all of a sudden they go Sculpture against you in game 2, and you're like, oh, I'm dead, and then they cast Show and Tell.
Dude, Legacy is cool.
And then
I
Turns
can't believe
out-
how good
and then
Boomerang Basics
finally-
is. This is crazy.
And then finally, you can play Hexing Sculpture and Boros Cats because it's also pretty good there too.
So it turns out being able to just jam your stuff is pretty good.
It's
Yeah.
pretty sick. Yeah, the Boomerang Basic Storm Chaser talent deck is so
good.
cool. Because listen, they play a Barrowquave when you're playing Blue Black Tempo. How do I beat that? I'm playing Delver. My deck's so bad in a Barrowquave, and then you realize I bounce that, and I attack for 5.
Are
and
there-
just do that like once or twice more. I don't know. I'll pick up my Boomerang tank. All of a sudden, you actually have like a mana sink too, because you get to like pick up lightning bolts and like get through extra reach that way. It's cool. I don't know if it's better, but it's really, really cool.
Are there any decks from 2012 that could beat any of the current meta decks?
Can you give me? All right, for this game, I need you to name the deck from 2012. Help me out here.
Miracle.
I mean,
Miracles?
yeah, Sunset Divine about Miracle. I think Vengevine Survival was legal, too.
All right.
Like,
all right.
both those are pretty
Miracles. Miracles could
Survival-
beat a good amount of the combo decks. Miracles could also probably still beat like the Delver list, honestly, because you're just like Source of Plowshares Terminus pile.
Yeah,
Yep.
I don't think any combo deck would be able to beat any of the modern decks, and that's just largely because of like just Force of Negation existing alone
Yeah.
compared to like that format. to
also
what's now.
Force of Vigor is also somewhat relevant, too.
What about Burn?
I'm sure things could win. Burn sucks. Yes, Burn can win games. I don't play against Ancient Tomb next and you win. I guess. I don't know.
Sure.
I don't know what to tell you.
Your opponent's just at 16 from the get-go. You're like, all right, I got my
A man can dream, can he?
Yeah.
So it turns out the format's become more powerful in the past
I mean,
14
yes,
years.
yes,
Who would have
yes.
thought?
Right.
Who would have thought that after multiple Modern Horizon sets, after multiple standard sets, printing powerful cards that are
I just
playable
bring
in
it up
Legacy.
because I want to
Look,
play with
Boomerang
Storm Chasers.
Basics and Storm Chasers Talent, for instance.
Yeah.
Hexing Squelcher, for instance.
Yeah.
Sewer Cam Surveillance. Like, yeah, the
This-
format's just gotten so proactive and
I gotta
powerful.
build this Allura and Tell deck because this Formidable Speaker. So as soon as I saw this card, I was like, "Is Vengevine good?" And obviously, I'm just like an idiot. And obviously, it's just like, "Wait, no, you just go and get Astarak to win the game." And then it's got 4 Allurans and 4 Omniscients. I'm like, "What is this pile?" And it's just very funny because this is
So-
what it is.
So this deck, we can speak about it quickly. This is another deck that says, "Hey, you're Force of Wills. Guess what? I'm going to put Haymaker Threat on the stack after Haymaker Threat after Haymaker Threat because they cast a Show and Tell. And what do you do to a Show and Tell? You Force of Will it.
Yeah.
You interact with it, and then they cast Allurin, and you go, "Oh, well, I have to deal with that too." And you interact with it, and then they cast Stock Up.
Yeah, GG.
And they draw 2 of the best cards off the top 3. They mini dig through time, and the next turn they play another one. And you're looking at your like 2 cards that you have left, and you die as they Asarak loop you. It turns out the Allurin kill, you can do the same thing with Asarak with Omniscience. Pretty cool.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a deck that requires a lot of clicks, but it's awesome. Formidable Speaker does a whole lot for tying the deck together because
Yeah.
it means that you don't need to go up on a ton of Asarak kill cards, right?
Yeah.
Traditional builds of Allurin were like either only having Asarak or they were making themselves able to really reliably have both like Allurin and the pieces needed to combo,
Yeah.
which was largely like Recruiter of the Guard, Cavern
Cavern
Harpy,
Harpy.
pieces like that.
Yeah.
Well,
And
it's
this
so
just
funny.
says, "Oh, I don't need to play these bad cards because I'm just going to have Formidable Speaker and draw." And it is either this is just functionally a split card
Yeah.
that says either I am Emrakul or I am Asarak, depending on which of the 2 you need for your Show and Tell Allurin combo
Oh my
deck.
god.
It's so sick, and it leverages Stock Up incredibly well because the Ancient Tomb deck. It's
Yeah.
very very powerful.
When you were talking about like just jamming threats, it reminded me of what you were talking about earlier with the Mississippi River deck, where it's just like I don't care that you have Force of Will. I'm just sooner or later one of these things is
You're gonna run out of
resolve,
force
and then you'll
wills.
lose.
Like, there's only so many forces that you can have, and you better have a flip Tammy to put one back in your hand.
Yeah, and if you do, like, if for some reason I only have single threat, I'm a Veil of Summer deck.
Yeah.
And I also can go slow and just resolve 2 stock ups and go up a ton of cards to make sure that I'm going to be able to push through on this. It's also really hard to hate out, right? Like Force of Vigor is good against Omniscience, kinda, and it's really, really bad against Allurin.
Yeah.
And so it's just hard to pinch. You cast again. I'm the lands player. I'm against this combo deck. I'm saying, oh well, I know what to do. I boarded my Disruptor Flutes and I cast my Disruptor Flute and I name Show and Tell. Right. Well, then they just play the Allurin, and it's like, okay, well, I guess I'm just done. It's another really good example of what I was talking about earlier. Just having like these variety of plans that do kind of similar things but aren't hit by the exact same.
Sure.
It's really powerful because I might have one point of interaction that lines up, and then you get me with the plan B.
Yeah. Man, I'm gonna have to play Legacy again, just because
Legacy's sick.
I like
And-
this deck.
Graduate, I'm getting back.
And
into it.
you happen to be blessed to live in Milwaukee, a good legacy city.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's the.
Yep.
I've talked to a few people that are, well, because I saw them at the SCG, and they're like, "Yeah, it's just Commander where I live, so I have all these awesome Legacy cards, and I can't do anything with them." It's like, I'm so sorry, dude. Yeah,
I remember talking to that guy with you.
yeah. It's rough. Like, what are you gonna do? Like, this is the way things is.
Yeah, it's just the way that it goes. The really nice thing though is we live in this age, right, where we have computers, so we can play webcam matches. There's some really cool, again, to be a legacy shill. There's some cool legacy discords like the MTG Paper Legacy Discord where you can play webcam magic.
Yeah.
And so still get to play with your cards. I can still play with my signed cards there, right, and still get to feel that joy. But play with people in Seattle and my buddy in Italy and. I don't know. It's kind of, we have a lot of access. We have MTGO. You can play there, and then also there's events all over the place that is worth driving 2 hours to. You know.
For sure. All right, sick, dude. Well, One last
The
question for you,
days
Ollie.
of traveling every month to go to an event, like 2 hours is like nothing, and like I like miss that. Like if you haven't done it, take that opportunity to do so.
Yeah, it's always good to see like old friends. Like when I was at the SCG, I got to see like a plethora of people I haven't seen like honestly like a year. I'm like, oh my god, like how are you, dude? Like,
Well, and that's what Ollie was saying is like NRGs are just like big versions of what we do locally here in Milwaukee. You know,
Sure.
you're just getting together with a bunch of goobers and hanging out and like
Yeah.
having a good time, meeting a bunch of people again, and
so Ollie, I have this new question that I'm going to try to bring up, and it's going to be a weekly thing, and it's just to see if you're casual or not. Have you ever carried your deck in anything other than a deck box?
Yes.
hell yeah, what was it?
What was it?
Ziploc bags, baby.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Ziploc bags.
Ziploc.
Back in the glory days. Listen, we were all kitchen table Timmies at one point. We were all
Yep.
kitchen table
I was gonna
Timmies.
say rubber band for me.
And listen, let me tell you, I had a lot of Ziploc bags for my pot, so I could also then use the other ones for my my Kalaka worm tribal deck.
So funny. Palaka worm.
No,
Oh yeah.
I'm in. Subscribe.
yeah, I've never put it in a bag. I did rubber band them before, and then stick it in
Definitely
my
rubber-
jeans, and you're like, oh, why is all my cards marked? Ugh." But yeah,
I feel like at one point we also had those like plastic flip boxes. You know what I'm talking about?
that's a deck box.
That's a deck box. Those like hard plastic pieces of trash.
You have to. I
It's like
think
the
I'm thinking of
last-
the Ultra Pro ones that are like
No.
they're made of less than 2 cents of material. Like those pieces of crap.
No, it's like the clear ones, the clear like boxes.
Yeah, I mean, I used to keep my Talran commander deck in a those what are those the cookie tins that you get like around Christmas. And then I just got sick of like having to reorganize my cards. So I was like, this was fun. This was
I'd
funny
be
for
open it
this was
from
funny
that.
for a minute. And I was like, all right, let's play Commander. I would slam this cookie tin down and open it and be like, all right, this actually isn't that cool because this is kind of a hassle to put this back together. So yeah, sick man. Well, thank you, Ollie. Thank you for giving
Dude,
me
absolutely.
a glimpse of Into Legacy. Congrats on your win.
Y'all,
and-
Yeah,
I'm so
congrats,
happy
bud.
to always be the field reporter to come back to the MT to come back to the Paper Player podcast when content is low, right? When we need something to fill.
yeah, I mean,
Uh,
I don't want to talk about Deadpool for an hour, so
Listen,
Hey
understandable.
man, I
Um,
like my volcanic island. Give me
Dude,
my
get that
volcanic
out of
island.
here.
That's all.
Give me my volcanic island. For the listeners, if you want to get in touch with me, you can find me at Talaria Midwest on Twitter. You can find me on Discord at Talaria Midwest as well. Talk sign cards, talk legacy, talk, hey, how do I get legacy going in my local scene? Always feel free to hit us up. And y'all, thank you so much for having me on. Always a blast.
hell yeah, dude.
Quick question, Ali. Am I going to see you at the RCQ this Saturday?
Unfortunately not. I
Good.
really
Good.
wish.
That's what I wanted to hear. So
Free slots, baby. Free
yeah,
slots.
I don't need you top fouring and going. I'm not going to the RC.
The greatest feeling ever. Listen, we love conceding finals of RCQs. We've gotten a lot of value that way.
That's pretty sick. Yeah, team scoop them up.
Thank
Hell
you,
yeah.
Ali.
Boy.
Take care, y'all. Have a good night.
Thanks, bud.
See you, dude.
You too, bud.
All right. Back to the bozos.
Amazing. That was
dude.
amazing. I
Uh,
love it when he comes on.
Yeah, he's great. He's like when I want to think about Legacy, I'll go into the Gag Tigers Discord group. I'll throw a question, and then I get a flurry of like opinions, and I go, "Let me see if I can navigate like what I want out of this, and then try to go from there." But yeah, Ali's wealth of knowledge in any Eternal format. That's what he does. He's just good. And I was gonna ask him about he's gonna go to Eternal Weekend again, and Vintage is obviously 6 months away, so for that.
He bought his first. Oh yeah, he didn't say this, but he bought his first power.
Hell yeah,
He
dude.
got
You
a
bought it? That's impressive.
yeah, he got a sapphire.
Nice.
Hey man, little by little, this is the only one
Yup.
way to get up. That's super fucking sick. Yeah. So Deadpool Secret Lair, how you guys
Yep.
feeling?
People are mad. I love it. I think it's
I mean,
great.
I
Some
love it.
people are mad, some
It's
people are
actually
not.
pretty sick. I'm gonna say this, it's fucking sick.
This is the one where I was like, I'm not a huge Deadpool guy, but I kind of like the Soul Ring. and
What do you think the
people
bonus
like-
card's
oh.
going to be?
I don't know. The whole meme
Black
of
Lotus.
it, like right away, I was like, I like that the lightning strike was turned into a bolt. Like all the cards were turned into something else. And I was like, this is I actually this ideal is very
Clever.
unique and yeah, exactly.
Clever.
Perfect.
That's what it is.
What is
like,
the soul ring on?
It's the
Worn
Warm Power
Power
Stone.
Stone.
Yeah, yeah, it's a Warm Power Stone. So
Yeah, far too often, the secret layers just end up being like, I slapped an image on here, and like this is what I really expect from secret layer. This is what I really look forward
Well,
to.
and
if
it's a
you're gonna
unique
talk about 'em.
foiling too that's never done before or been done before.
Yeah, it was. It was in the that's the confetti foiling from Eldraine.
oh right, yeah.
Like
I thought it
the
was
end-
I thought it was different than the actual
No,
normal
'cause it's, like,
confetti
part
because
of
it's
it.
actually like on top of the foiling. It's like really weird.
Yeah.
It's the same like style, but it's probably like applied differently or whatever as they do. But it is definitely they've used that with the Eldraine before.
Yeah, and for all the people that are like, "This sucks," it's like $6 with the cards. Like, shut
So
up.
that's so what a secret layer, man. It doesn't have like you're not forced to buy
It's
it.
funny. It's a good time.
Infinite
This
Mana
is
Glitch.
this is
I
an
want these
example of one
mountains, bro.
I know.
I think those mountains are gonna be really expensive, honestly.
I'll probably.
I know they will be because everyone's gonna meme about them about being volcanic islands. I will gladly put this in my EDH deck as a volcanic island.
Yeah, this was, yeah, this is very clever, very cool, very excited for it. I'm probably gonna buy it. I won't lie. It's I
If,
want to see
if
it.
you can. Say it again. Say if you
Well,
can.
the Dan Secret Layer is already on eBay for $130 more than what it was.
Right.
And they're
So you'll be able to
selling
get it. You just won't be able to get it at
out.
what you
I
want.
have a Zandan deck that I got years ago.
Well, you
that I
created it.
spent, like,
There's the Secret Layer Dan deck is you could have bought it for
pretty with it. I
Yeah.
still was pretty with it or whatever.
yeah.
You can still make it pretty.
Yeah, it was like it's $100 to buy this the Secret Layer, and then obviously the first thing that happened is they're on eBay for $220. So it's like yeah, and they're selling it $220.
Anything collectible.
So what I think is interesting about that is I got an email from Wizards that was like, "Hey, look at our secret layers," and I went to the site, and there's quite a few that just have not sold out yet.
Like
Yeah,
the
there's a
Fallout
lot.
stuff.
So it's just like maybe the hype is dying. Like obviously this one's gonna sell out right away. We all know that. We know that's happening.
Yeah, it's pretty
But
cool.
like, I think the hype is
I'm
slowing
pretty
down.
sure they do. I'm pretty sure they have a set like ready to go, and then when that initial set sells out, they like open it up to like on demand. Because I think that's what happened with this Fallout.
yeah.
Is that?
Because their Fallout went down for a little while, then it was back up, and now there's a shit ton of it.
Okay, maybe that is what it is.
Yeah. That's fair. Nah, that's I like that. I wanted to see what the OG Secret Layer is worth.
The cats?
Covered lands.
Isn't
No,
that-
Bitter Blossom.
Bitter- I
Right? Yeah, it's
thought-
Bitter Blossom, and then cats was second.
Yeah, I think
The
Bitter-
snow covered lands is like one of the first ones. I know that one's still expensive too.
I don't remember. Oh, that's because nobody bought that one.
Keep going up.
Right. Is this one?
It's that one right there.
Yeah.
Secret Layer number 12. I'm curious on what the price is on this. Just because.
God, cats was first.
Not bad. It's $43, which crazy to me that Bitter
For
Blossom.
just the Bitter Blossom,
I
though.
can't- I
As a
can't-
reminder, there are other good cards in that one, and it's like $200 for the full thing.
No. You're not understanding. The Bitter Blossom Secret Layer was Bitter Blossom and 4 Bitter Blossom tokens.
Tokens. yeah, it's just
right,
tokens.
right. I was
Yeah.
thinking of the fairy one.
No, it was. That's why people are so butthurt. It's like Wizards are selling singles now, because it was literally one card with 4 tokens. It's actually not that bad of a price. I was suspecting it to be like $100.
And that was before there was a secret card, I think, wasn't there?
I don't. Yeah, I think
Yeah,
I
there
don't
was a
remember.
secret card in there too. They always had a secret card.
I don't remember. Yeah, I wish I did, but I don't. But yeah, dude, it is wild to me that Bitter Blossom holds a price tag of $30 to this day. It might have spiked because of Wilds of Eldraine, or sorry, not Wilds.
Even then, it was still $20 free. We remember we looked it up right away. It was like $20 still.
It's like so bad in Commander, but I think people just love it. Like, it's not good anywhere. Nobody plays this card.
Price memory.
Yeah, but Goyf's down to $7, dude. like, there's something
Bro,
about it making a 1/1 token. Like,
What's
that
the
people just
future
love.
site Goyf at right now? I was talking to someone about
It's
this.
still
today.
$80, I think.
I don't think so. It might have gone up because I thought the Goif token.
Or maybe the foil future site is still worth something.
Oh, for sure the foil future site's worth $1 bajillion.
Let's see.
Yeah, let's check it out. Let's check it out.
All right, OMG Kitties, which
18
was one of
bucks.
the first big ones, is
Okay.
like $160.
I want to
Yeah.
get a play set of these because I feel like it's gonna get printed in standard soon.
Future site or Goif?
Yeah, I mean it's fine in all other formats.
You
Like,
could. There's a lot of cards you could throw into standard. Snapcaster should be one of them. I don't know why they're waiting on that
Yeah.
card.
Snapcaster or Boomerang basics. Let's go.
Yeah, bring that. Bring Jace the Mind Sculptor back. Bring all that stuff back. It's time. Maybe that will be the. Who knows? Never mind.
By the way, if you were wondering, Josh, the all Snowlands is like $40 from that.
Is it? It is.
Yeah, I just looked it up.
I remember for a while it was like really expensive.
Yeah, I guess
The
like they
Godzilla one is still expensive. I think the basics.
Yeah, secret layer. Oh,
I
Godzilla.
think the
basic.
cats is one of the most expensive outside of the full
Yeah, the
deck.
cat one. Oh, that's because cats.
Yeah,
Yeah.
everybody has a well. It's
Isn't
like
there's like a smothering tithe in that, isn't there?
that's like the modern day
No.
elves. Like the cat EDH is like the modern day elves.
Kaleidoscope Killers is right behind it, but that's that like 5-color pile that like people really liked because it was just a bunch of important 5-color commanders.
What's going on
Why
with
is it
this?
all green? Oh, because St. Patty's Day.
Why is it all snakes?
Yes,
That's the real question.
Year of the Snake, baby.
I hope
Isn't
that's
that
we're in.
what St. Patrick did? Is he like fought the snakes out, or like pushed
that
them
what
out?
he did?
Dude,
Something
I
like
don't-
that.
Was he the
heard
Pied
that
Piper?
before.
What?
St. Patrick wasn't even
Pied
from
Piper is
Ireland.
snakes.
He's from England. He's a liar. I just learned that because we did trivia at work. I was like,
Oh
okay.
man,
And I was
good to know, I
like,
guess.
I was upset with the. I was like, why are we doing trivia on this? But yeah,
All right, you guys gonna go buy your skateboards after this?
I already have a playset.
I don't have one.
I have a foil one even.
All you
have
need
one.
is one.
No,
If you need one, I got one for you, Tony.
I'm good. I don't know. Like I keep telling myself I'm gonna put like I have 4 piles like next to me of like, oh yeah, I'm gonna build this like value vintage deck. Oh, here's like a 80 card or 80 not 80 cards but 80% done legacy deck. I just need quantum riddlers. Like it's just like I have things in piles. And it's like, and I'm like, oh yeah, just go get 4 quantum riddles. Oh yeah, I gotta drop $320. Oh yeah, about that. It keeps. It's like
Or-
it's never ending.
They should just play standard.
Play with proxies like a real human being.
I mean, I'm not proxying quantum riddlers. I'm not doing that.
Why?
No, that goes against my honor code.
Oh, okay.
Fucking nerd.
Same.
Yeah, you could proxy. You could proxy. All reserve list
Do it.
cards. Yeah, reserve list cards. I'm cool with because it's like you shouldn't have to spend $6,000 on Mox Diamonds to be able to play lands. But like, if you're proxying stock up, I'm gonna be not happy with you. Like,
Oh, I'm
I
proxying
don't give
stock
a
up.
shit.
you are a real peach.
Let me tell you what I have over here in my little proxy pile.
Hold on. Is it like cards that you written or did you print it out and stuck it in?
Printed
This is
Lotus Petal,
just cheating.
Bluster
Dude.
Storm,
Changing the thickness of your
Undercity
sleeves.
Sewers.
That's
The
why
Salt
when I do it, I do all of them are printed.
Yeah, that's fair. I don't. I
Even the
mean,
basic.
it's something that's like irrelevant to me. So
What is the most ridiculous? Oh, you ever heard of a card called Candy Trail?
yes, that's from.
Yeah, I never owned a copy of it. I had to print that out because I couldn't get one.
You're unbelievable.
All therapy.
I think I have like.
All that
13
matters
of those.
is that people play, man. I don't care.
Sure,
Right.
sure. That's okay.
What about Feed the Swarm? I got a printed copy of that here.
What?
I don't even know how that card's playable.
There was some
I mean,
deck that
destroy
had it as a
target
sideboard.
enchantment or creature.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good one.
I mean, there's a better one now, where you just strictly lose 2 life versus losing life equal to
I have
an
a
enchantment's
braid.
cost.
I have a braid printed here.
JB, you probably have these cards. You
He's
know
just
I
that,
so
right?
definitely
lazy.
have the braids.
Yeah, you're just like I'm not gonna look through 1K. You're like
No. I have them sorted out. I think I just had them in a different deck and I didn't want to take them out.
Nah, that's fair. Yeah, I mean whatever. If they're placeholders, don't bother me. I think that's it for Magic this week. It's actually been like really uneventful. Like it's kind of like a
Say
good-
that, but
Well, next
I went 3-0 and Ollie went
a million.
10-0.
Yeah. No, I'm saying like as far as like
Well-
news goes, it's pretty flat.
It has come out. People are loving limited turtles. Like the draft and whatnot. People are actually liking the format.
It's grindy for sure. Like it
Mhm.
sucks that mutanables or whatever is better than 90% of the rares, but it's just whatever. Like every time I open that in the back, I guess I have to play white now, because it's better than everything else. And then
Well,
I get-
black white is rated the #1 best
White-
color combination.
that card plus any color is absurd. Like it's stupid. Like yes, black white. I agree with you. It's probably the best. But that card specifically, because again we talked about this a couple weeks ago, but it's an uncommon in a small set that has a higher like density of getting uncommons or whatever. So, yeah, you end up like I've had people just concede. They kill the first one with like the trigger on the stack, so like the token doesn't come in, and then you play the second one. They just concede. They're like, I'm not playing through this. It's just immediate. And it's
No more.
rightfully so. It's because the games are so grindy. That's just the way it goes. And like that card is, like I said, I will take it over 90% of the rares. I'm like, yeah, like I had the last Ronin or Mutant Mutanimals, and I was like, I'll take Mutanimals because I know this card's better. Like it's going to win me more games than the last Ronin. So,
Do you
yeah.
know what the highest rated black rare is?
I don't know.
It is the 8-drop shark.
Oh, that card is super sick. That is
It's
that is
rated. It's
Plague Wind.
I have one of those.
yeah.
Yeah, that card's
It's
Plague
rated the
Wind.
#1 highest rare for black in the set.
Yeah, it's.
I've been messing around with 17 lands lately.
Yeah, 17 lands is great for information. The Dream Beavers is like the #1 black uncommon. It's like 70. It's like win rate 67% or something. It's crazy.
So, yeah, Dreambeavers. It's weird. It's 70. It's like 78% or 68% in black white. But then if you look at it in other combinations like green black, it drops to like 58.
That's still really good. Like
Yeah, agreed. But it drops significantly. I forgot the name of the one card, but there's one card that in every version of a deck it is like 70% or higher.
I would say it's Mutanimals, but I don't know.
It might be. I can't remember.
That card is it's like it sucks because it's an uncommon that you are like as soon as my opponent plays a Plains, I go, all right, I can't use my removal until I see this card because if you end up using removal like the what's the -2/-2 or sack creature -5/-5 like Foot Clan something, I don't know. I know I played a lot of turtles. I can't retain any of the names, and I think that's a product of Arena because I can't. There's something about not touching the cards and reading them in your hand while you're waiting. Arena games last like 7 to 8 minutes, whereas like when you play a game in real life, it's like 20 to 30 minutes between like a match, you know? So you have time to like, while your opponent is dilly-dallying and wondering what they're doing, you're like actually reading your cards and absorbing that information, whereas Arena's just like, yep. You just throw them as fast as you can because you're just like, I want to play the next game. So
The #1 card, by the way, it's a rare. It's Sally Pride.
I don't remember what that card does.
So Sally Pride is 3 and 2 white. When it enters, create X2 mutant creature tokens, where X is the number of non-token creatures you control.
Yeah.
And when it attacks, you put a 1/1 counter on each creature you control,
Yeah.
and that's a
Okay.
2/4.
Yeah, that card's dumb.
Card's insane.
There's that one. There's the green X where you make a bunch of mutagen tokens, and then it makes all mutagen tokens cost 0 to.
Yep.
Yeah, that card's absurd too. I've had that where it's just like, there are some bombs in this set were absolutely crazy. You're like, dude, this card is unbelievably good. Yeah.
So there's only 3 A+ cards in the set for limited.
Yeah.
One is Sally Pride. One is Last Ronin. Can you guess the third card?
The third Dream Beavers.
It is Umezawa's Jit.
Get out of here.
I'm serious.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's Umezawa's Jit is it is
Busted.
it is
yeah.
arguably so. There was once upon a time like Umezawa's Jit was considered the best limited card of all time. Like if you put it like it's in the set that it was in, obviously like the Kamigawa block. I think Umezawa's Jit, it was in Betrayers.
unbeatable.
Well, it was like that card was, let's say, like quadruple S tier plus, and then the next like best card was like a C. It's like that's how
Yep.
much farther it was. Like it's arguably the best limited card of all time, and I forgot what. There's another one that's like close to it. There's like it's always like the famous argument, like like what's better, this or like, and it might have been like in Vintage Cube is Ancestral Recall better? It's like no, because Ancestral Recall has like a lot of cards that are close to it in power, so the power disparage is like not that big. But Umezawa's Jet, in specifically, one Betrayers, two Champions is the most absurd thing you could ever do.
Right.
It's like there's just there wasn't good cards in that set. Like everything's just like random Bushido, and you're like, oh yeah.
And they would just die to the JIT counters.
Well, it's like Bushido also meant that the creatures were small because it was like Bushido 2. So when this thing gets blocked, or it's like it gets +2/+2. It's like, oh yeah. So if you just put 4 counters on a JIT, I can Plague Wind you. Like, this is ridiculous.
It's pretty good.
And it doesn't need to be equipped. JIT was a fucked up card.
Oh yeah.
Terrible.
But yeah, I believe it's number 3 in Turtles because it's probably still. I mean, there's a lot more random cards that have like Destroy Target Artifact now that you play in your deck, and like it's actually a little bit more beneficial to have Destroy because sometimes you can get a mutagen token, which would have like changed your flyer math, right? They're like, oh, I have a 2/2 and they have a 2/2, or the 2/3 flyer that for 4 mana you can make something fly. You put a mutagen token on it, and it's a 3/4, so it beats the other one, so it's you no longer have this stalemate. Like Turtles is like it is a good set. It's fun. There's just not a lot of different decks you can play. There's like 6. There's Black White, which is number 1. 5-color pile. Golgari is not that great. Neither is Simic. They're like basically Simic and Golgari are just the 5-color pile. There's red white and then blue white, which like white is like arguably probably the best color in the set. Yeah.
Blue red's the thing too. It's just not that great unless you have
it's
perfect lined up cards.
You can get away with it. It's just like you said, it's not that great. You just have to have a lot of the what's that? The pizza that deals 4 to something and deals 3 to you.
Yeah.
And then you pick it
The
up.
spicy pizza.
Oatmeal.
Yeah, spicy oatmeal pizza, and then you pick it up with nobody, so you can keep like looping it, which is really nice. So
that and like you tend to try to have Raph, the one that perforoses or
The 1/3,
impact
yeah.
tremors,
Mhm.
and then you just make a bunch of like the stupid buzz tokens.
Like the set's actually like thought out. It's just I don't know. Like if you just took
You
out that
saying all
uncommon-
these words just sounds nonsensical to me.
yeah,
Like completely insane.
That's how it works.
Buzzsaw tokens.
That's why it's like that's why it's like hard to keep
Oatmeal
these things.
pizza.
I do like Koya too. The set is fun. Like I've yet to like tap out on it, so which is nice. I think I've done like 20 drafts, which is great. You know, because Laura, when I was tapped out after like 12, I was like, okay, I've played the 5 tribes, Merfolk and Elves were the best, and then everything else is kind of just like, you can get there, but you need a couple rares.
Trash tier.
Yeah, dude. All right, Josh, get us out of here.
The World Baseball Classic is now more pretentious than the World Series, and it is Wednesday, my dudes. Go USA.
Someone was talking to me about that, and they're like, did you watch that? I go, I hate baseball. I try to like.
Yeah, apparently Japan's really mad about something because they lost or whatever.
America lost too. United States lost too.
Yeah, I try my hardest to just. I solely care about football. It's like everything else. I don't care.
You gotta stay current.
No. With what? With baseball? I mean, spring training's what in a couple weeks.
What's going on in the world? I was being an asshole or whatever. Not an asshole, but I was just being stupid.
Sure.